Hey, welcome to Transformers Tuesday, where once again we're going to look at another Blokees generation, or sorry, not generation. It's the Transformers 1 movie, Galaxy version 5. There are 9 to collect, and yes, if you watch my channel, you know that I've collected all 9 at least once. Some of them more than once. Some of them I've gotten 3 of so far, and I intend to get more until once again my Walmart keeps selling out of these, and hopefully we'll get a second wave like the Galaxy version 6. The Galaxy version 5 means that there have been 4 Galaxy versions, which is what this scale is, basically 4-inch scale. I won't say 1/18 scale because clearly Transformers are not human size, but the figure itself is about 4 inches tall once built. So the Galaxy version is their version, their way of saying for Blokees, and it is an official product. It's not some knockoff. So if you see this at Walmart, you know it's true. The Galaxy version is one of many scales. They also have 2 other scales. I'm not going to get into that right now, but this is your 4-inch scale right there. So 1/1 scale. It shows you on the side how big they are. So they go great with your Action Masters. And yes, there is a Series 6. It is not in America to my knowledge, but you might know more than I do because you may live in a big city and I don't live in a big city. I often say, oh, I wish I had it, and then I stop myself and say, nope, because those big places are in big cities and I don't want to be in a big city. I'd much rather live here in a small beach town. You get 2 bags and you get 1 instruction pamphlet, I guess, unfold it. It tells you basically how to do things upside down or right side up. It doesn't give you instructions. So, oh, I got Bumble. No, it's the same one with all of them. Now, there are bigger sets, like the $10 sets at Walmart. This is only $4.84. You cannot buy something better for $4.84. This is going to be the same for pretty much most of these figures. If it comes out blue, we know it's either Optimus Prime or Death, whatever his name is, Death something, Death Tracker. But they came out to be gray, so it could be one of the other 7 figures. The stands are completely the same for all of them. So you get 4 hands, 1 left fist, 1 right fist, 1 left and 1 right talk to the hands because the mouth don't understand or whatever that little saying was that stupid kids used to say. All right, so inside this bag, we're going to find out which figure we got. Now, this will be the 3rd one I've gotten from this particular pack that my Walmart had. About 2 on Wednesday, 1 on Friday. Today is Saturday of the recording of this, but I don't know when I'm going to put it out there for you. Oh, Tuesday, because I do this on Transformers Tuesdays. So I got Hound. Now, I want to find out if they improved the head, because my first Hound I got, his head was really hard to smash together, so I might want to do that right away. All right, so Hound has not got any special things for his head. So we got, for the head, I usually don't start with the head because, so I always start with the head. So on the head, you have the little cup that's got to go down. The 2 eyes go toward the 2-eye thing, because one day they're going to make a different version of this where it's going to have light up features. So that's going to be on a clear peg on his neck and a translucent color right here. Probably a translucent blue, who knows. So here it is going on the back of the helmet, and then we'll put it on the front of the helmet and see if we can actually get it to go on. The only other Hounds I've had, the helmets don't go together quite as nicely. So ready? Let's see if it goes together completely, or if it's going to be just like the other ones. Oh, there is a lot of resistance still. I think there's just too many pegs is what they're doing. They're putting too many pegs on it. It's just creating a lot of resistance. So you will hurt your fingers pretty much crushing that. So I would do this, if you're buying this for a child, I would recommend you doing this for your child before you let your child have it, because they will hurt themselves. They will say, and then, you'll never hear the end of it. All right, so let's put the head to the side. Now, what I normally start with is the feet and the legs. So the legs are the biggest pieces pretty much, except for the chest. Sometimes there's a left leg and a right leg. I've not found any of those in this particular series so far, and this will be my 2nd or 3rd Hound, I think. I can't remember at this point. I keep up with it on the video, so I'll have like a little 2 or 3 on the video. On the bottom of the foot, you put 1 of the clear pegs. There's 3 clear pegs. There's only 2 that you actually need. There's always going to be an extra one. They used to have 3. 1 went right here on the 1 through 4 series. This is the first American drop, so it's very, very different. A little simplified. When we get to the elbow joints, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you watch any of my old videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So they simplified it to where the left leg and the right leg are pretty much the same, right there. Now here's the part that's much easier. Now in the original series, the 1 through 4, these pieces came separated. You got to figure out which one's the femur and which one's the, oh my gosh, I should learn this by now. The shoulder. They look very much alike, but the bigger one is obviously the femur. Now this is also different. On the original ones, you can't, there's one side with a line and one side with a hole. These are different because they're already put together for you. I don't know if there's any greater height to one side or the other, so just to be safe, I put the triangles going up because it looks to me like the rectangles are a little bit longer and you need to even go deeper into the leg. I put it on the part here and then put it down in there next. So again, let me find the femur. The triangle goes into the femur first, and then when you get it down in there, I make sure that the round part goes in the back because that's where it bends. You won't even actually be able to get it in this way. I tried doing that one time just to show people, and it was like, nope, it won't let you go in there. All right, just make sure you have the ball joints turned toward each other because the next thing we're going to build is his crotch. And if you don't like that kind of talk, it's a real physical body part. I'm not getting weird. This part of the crotch right here, the inside, it's universal. Front and back is the same because the plates you put on are also the same. The only difference is with this particular set, there's always painting on the front. In the traditional sets of the 1 through 4, that's not always true. You just decide whichever one's first. If you have any problems getting these on, just put it a little bit on and then pop both of them on at one time. It makes it a little bit easier having more surface area to push down on. All right, so we got the lower legs built. Now we're going to build the chest. This is the front. This is the back. Hope you can tell the difference because most people can. Before you can put the pieces on his chest plate, you got to find the little shoulders. Make sure that when you put them on, you try to get the little teeny tiny pegs to go front back. Hope this is working. I got a new track light above me for the kitchen, and I can't even see the screen. It's so much white light coming in, and I hope it doesn't do the little thing like the older iPhone definitely did that when I got it. Never mind. It's just that it did not like LED lighting. It didn't work well with it. So now that you got this together, there's an extra piece that I have to remember for this. So on Hound, you have a piece to put inside the chest before you put the chest on. I don't usually put the chest on first. I usually put the back part on first, but I'm just showing you there is an extra piece right there. So just remember, slide that in there first. This is the back piece. So when you put this on, you have 3 points of that are stable. They go on those 3 pegs. Also, just make sure these are lined up and they go straight back. If you don't, just pull them out before you put the other part on. It's going to be much harder to fix it afterwards. Plus, it really won't. So you might have to just twiddle with it. And other than that, it goes right on. So if you're giving this to a kid, you might want to help them with that, or just put it together and let your kid play with it. But you know your kids better than I do, or your grandchildren. So just telling you, what you may have to look out for. So when you squeeze it together, if it didn't go together, you're going to have to pull it back off, which is a pain in the butt. And these should still be able to go up and down because the little peg, if it's lined up in the back, it's most likely going to be lined up in the front. All right, now that you got the chest pieces and the back pieces onto the inner core, you just put it onto the lower part right there. Next, I build the arms. On these pieces, the arms have one hole in the back. You don't have to worry about that. You have your shoulder. So again, I put the triangle going toward the shoulder. That's just me. It is not necessary. I don't think it matters which way you put it. This one, okay, yeah, I was about to say, there is a print, but it goes on the front universally, so it doesn't really matter which one's the left and right. And I go ahead and put a fist on there and go, oh, this is the right arm. So I bend it, I turn this, and I put it on. That's easy. This is going to be one of the easiest model kits you'll ever build, and I enjoy building them. That's why I keep buying them. Plus, for $4.88, I'm going to have a lot of fun. I keep wanting to get these things out. I got these things that were like 3 for $10 at Walgreens or what was that place? Dollar General, that are like generic robots that you pop apart and you can read them. Guess what? These do the same thing. I may have done a video on that. It feels deja vu now that I think about it. That those things and these are very much in common. Like if you want to mix this with your Optimus Prime, your Bumblebee, or anybody else, you can do that. These parts are universal. The balls here, the thing here, even those things, everything on these are universal. The Optimus Prime does have wider shoulders, but you can still, the ball joint right there, the exact same on Optimus Prime as far as the actual coupling part. All right, so once you got that done, now there is a twist that I need to always pay attention to. For some reason, I've done the first 4, so I'm used to the shoulder pads sliding down on it. Since I did the head first, I'm not used to doing the head first. Pop that on. All right, so he has shoulder pads, and the way the shoulder pads go now, I'm so used to them sliding down on it, so that's why my brain was like, this isn't working, it's not working. First, check off to see if any of the shoulder pads have any imprints, like, you know, Optimus Prime, or was it Decepticon symbol, Autobot symbol. Sometimes they do. Like if you look on like Megatron right here, or whatever they call him, D-Cog, whatever, he does have a symbol. So sometimes you got to make sure there's a symbol on one of the shoulders and make sure that's the one that goes forward. So I'm used to it going down. That's why when I first built this, I was like, why is it not working? No, it's actually going sideways now. Sometimes there's more than one line, but on this particular figure, it just goes on and on to the break of dawn. All right, so again, his name is Hound. He ain't nothing but a hound dog. All right, so here he is. He's fully articulated, amazing figure. If you get more than one of these, guess what? You can either paint him, do some different things, pop his head off and put another head on. I'm still trying to get enough of these, like make like the Spartan groups from Halo. Here's his blaster. Master Blaster, do as on boss says. All right, so you got the blaster going into his hand. I just pulled his arm off, just to make it easier to get that in. All right, he does have that shrugging joint, which I think is kind of interestingly cool. It does make it easier for articulation. And they stand dirt easy. I mean, they're so easy to stand, but if you want to use the stand, you're more than welcome to use the stand. The stand's used for like doing one-legged poses, like if you want to make him kick like that, or you want to make him look like he's farting, you know, whatever you like to do. It's up to you. It's your toy. He's also got holes here and here. Now those holes come in handy for like our Megatron, but they also come in handy to put the guns. If you get the numbers 1 through 4 from China or AliExpress, there's these little things you can stick in there that look like Autobot symbols and Decepticon symbols. I just pretend like this is, and they're only on the only sides too. So I pretend like it's his communicator, like Optimus Prime. I got them under, you know, when they're talking like on their, sound like a cell phone sort of thing. So, you know, remember G1 when they would have the little thing that would rise up, or someone would have like a little flip up screen so they can see who they're talking to. So yeah, you can put those right here. Sometimes there's holes in the back, not on him. So he is a great overall, just a very tanky looking person. He looks nothing like the Hound I'm used to. He looks more like a tank. That's why he definitely reminds me of those guys from Dollar General that are like, I forgot what they're called. Mars, I think Mars something, M-A-R-S, you know, with periods between them. Converters, something like that. But yeah, there we got another awesome action figure put together. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten this figure or any of these figures, and please support the line. You will never find something this good. I'm afraid to say that they're so good, because then they'll go, well, if everybody's liking them at $4.84, let's up the price to $7 or $8 or $10. Even at $10, these are better than what you will find from anything else for $10 right now. Shh, don't tell the company I said that. But I definitely support this as much as I can. For $4.84, it's cheaper than going to McDonald's. I'm telling you right now, and I get Happy Meals at McDonald's. So yes, it's cheaper than going to McDonald's. All right, y'all have a terrific Tuesday, and let me know again, what are you getting as far as Transformers? Have you found the bigger ones? Because I've found 2 of those so far, but not at my Walmart. My Walmart's tiny. Only when I go out of town do I find the good stuff. All right, adios, amigos.